Ever been made out to be the villain for enforcing a boundary you clearly set? I banned my cousin's kids from my Halloween party this year, and according to half my family, I apparently committed a crime against childhood joy. Last night, at exactly 11 p.m., my cousin Ellen texted me, "The kids are so excited to be little vampires at your party tomorrow." I stared at my phone like it had personally betrayed me, because I never invited her kids, not this year. Not after the absolute chaos they caused last Halloween. For background, I throw a big Halloween party every year. It's kind of my signature event. I spend weeks planning everything. Custom decorations, themed drinks, a carefully built playlist, even coordinated lighting. My friends count down to it. It's adults only, spooky, and honestly one of the few things I really look forward to all year. Last October, Ellen called me in tears the day of the party. Her babysitter canceled at the last minute. "I never get a night out," she said. "Please, the twins are better now. They'll behave." Against my better judgment, I caved. I mean, how destructive could two 7-year-olds really be? Turns out impressively destructive. Within 20 minutes, they were sprinting through my apartment like it was a playground. Ellen didn't notice, or pretended not to, because she was busy holding a drink and catching up with people. The first disaster happened when they decided to play The Floor is Lava and leapt from my couch onto my antique coffee table. The table, over 200 years old and passed down from my grandmother, collapsed instantly. Ellen barely reacted. "Well, kids will be kids," she said. Not long after, I found them in my bedroom smearing my makeup all over my white comforter. "We're doing monster faces," they announced proudly, drenched in my expensive foundation. While I was dealing with that mess, they somehow broke into the stash of candy I'd bought for trick-or-treaters. They didn't just eat it, they fed several chocolate bars to my dog, Pepper. By midnight, Pepper was extremely sick. I had to leave my own party and rush her to the emergency vet. The bill came out to $600. When I finally got home around 3 a.m., exhausted and shaken, I discovered that one of the twins had thrown up directly into my fish tank. My beta fish, the one I'd raised since it was tiny, was dead by morning. Ellen's response? "They were overtired. Honestly, you shouldn't have so many fragile things if you're going to have kids over." I didn't invite kids. She invited them. So this year, I made things crystal clear. The invitations were professionally designed, and right at the top, in bold Gothic lettering, it said adults only. I even called Ellen personally to make sure she understood. She said she did. Yet here we were, the night before the party, and she'd magically forgotten. I texted back, "Sorry, Ellen, no kids allowed. Remember last year? My place still hasn't recovered." She replied immediately, "They were just being kids. I already bought their costumes and told them they're going to Aunt Katie's spooky party. You wouldn't crush kids on Halloween, would you? That's cruel." Actually, I would. And instead of arguing, I came up with a solution. My neighbor Mike works as a professional clown for children's parties. The problem, if you can call it that, is that he's 6'4", covered in tattoos, and has an intense stare that terrifies children despite his friendly personality. I explained the situation. He laughed and agreed to help for $200 and unlimited access to my Halloween punch. The next evening, as guests started arriving, Mike sat on my front porch in full clown gear. He added fake blood splatters to his makeup and held a sign that read, "Adults only party. Children will be entertained by me." At 7:30 sharp, Ellen's minivan pulled up. I watched from the window as she unloaded the twins and froze. Mike sat perfectly still on the porch swing, slowly twisting a balloon animal while staring straight at the car. Ellen panicked. She locked the doors. The twins pressed their faces against the windows, vampire makeup streaked with tears. She threw the van into reverse so fast she knocked over my mailbox and sped away. My phone buzzed seconds later. "What kind of sick joke is this?" I replied calmly. "Adults only means adults only. Have a nice night." The party was flawless. Nothing broke, no emergency vet visits, no dead fish. Mike ended up being the star of the evening. He makes incredible balloon martini glasses. Ellen still isn't speaking to me, but several family members have quietly thanked me. And honestly, best Halloween I've ever hosted.